Howdy everyone, hello and welcome to this hopefully brief enough update video. I am of course the Black Shadow, freshly cut mind you, and man, I need to remember to update this damn page on the front. I just forget to do it on the list and litany of things in my life at the moment. It's not very high up the list, it's just, it is what it is. Anyways, need to do another video, let you guys know what the hell is going on over the course of the next 6 weeks and for the next month or so beyond that. As those of you who know on the Discord server will know that I am, fingers crossed, and touch some of that, we'll be heading off to the States for about 3.5 weeks in the middle of March for an extended vacay, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's pretty much all sorted out now, and that's all lovely and done. But we need to work out what we're doing before that point and what's going to be happening while I'm away. Hence this video, as well as some Twitch and bits and pieces as well. So we'll touch upon YouTube first. Now, obviously, YouTube has been still a little bit on the scattered side. It has been for a couple of months. This has been largely due to the whole fact of me having to openly learn, have to change my life around a little bit. I have had a couple of days off, actually, in addition, a bit of annual leave. First holiday I've had since I've started where I am, and it's been nice to have the few days off. Unfortunately, though, I haven't been able to do as much as I would have liked. Without going into very much detail here, my body has been kind of banged up, and the past few days have just been kind of spent just trying to get myself right. I know I'm probably sitting here saying, oh, everyone's got their problems, and they do, but sometimes it can have quite a negative effect on one's output. So that has been what it is. Obviously, Clock Tower 3, we're not far from being done with it. We've gone through the chopper, and we've got one last area to go through, which I think is the Burrows Manor. I'm going to be recording the rest of that series once I've done this update video. So the first video of that will hopefully be out tonight. If not, it will be out for tomorrow. And the series will be getting finished off over the next week or so. Probably be like 3, maybe 4 videos. I've not played the game. It's kind of hard to know. But that's my honest guess. TLDR of it all for Clock Tower 3 is it has been a fascinating experience. It's been largely enjoyable, if a bit bizarre and wacky at times, but I definitely can't sit here and say that I think Clock Tower 3 is a bad game. We've seen some bad games lately, and this does not qualify as one. It's been fascinating to see Capcom's take on the series, and obviously where that would ultimately end up leading further down the line. But considering the wacky highs and the insurmountable lows that this series had seen over the course of time, I think it's a solid effort. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one finishes off. Should be good. Speaking of Capcom, and I suppose this series, if you will, that does take me to something else. We haven't got long left of this series, and I do have a gap of about a month or so of which to fill with a video game for the YouTube channel. And I figured, well, there must be some good candidates. And to be fair, one had been suggested to me by many of you, multiple times. And you know what? Sometimes, like, you know, it's nice to make your own calls and kind of go what I feel like, but there are some times where you guys are just correct, and I can't turn it down. And to be fair, as we're in the scheme of things, and we're playing all these games at the moment, it's fascinating seeing how things go on. So, I will announce that once we finish this game, so probably in about 2 weeks or so, we're going to be continuing the series. And of course, I don't mean Clock Tower, because of course Clock Tower is finished. I, of course, mean Haunting Ground. Loads of you had asked me about this game, if I'd ever played it, if I was interested in giving it a spin. Haunting Ground is effectively the successor to Clock Tower 3, pretty much. It was the same, obviously, with Capcom as well. I'm fascinated myself to give this kind of cult classic a really good spin. Besides, it's got prototype Jill Valentine, so how could I possibly refuse, right? So it should be pretty good, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So yeah, hopefully in about a couple of weeks or so, we will be delving into that. Also, as well, being Capcom, and it's like the mid-2000s as well. Obviously, it's got various references, you know, with this here as well, of course. Yeah. Rumored that Haunting Ground was originally developed as Clock Tower 4 and contains scrapped Resident Evil 4 assets. You know, there's tons of lore and history about this game, so it's all very, very fascinating. So yeah, I'll be in about a couple of weeks or so, with any luck. Before we move on to Twitch, one thing I want to make a mention for the YouTube as well. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to be gone for about three and a half weeks in March, going into April. Now, the last time that I had a very extended stay from where I lived, and thus obviously couldn't do recording, was back in 2017. Also, was in the States. Now, things are a little bit different from now and then, in that then I was away for even longer as a holiday, but also my circumstances are also very, very different. Regardless, I do intend to try to pre-record a series for YouTube so that it can be uploaded while I'm away. It'll probably be like 2 videos a week or so, something along those lines. I have not yet decided what it's going to be yet. I don't know. I haven't got round really to working up what that's going to be. That's my job for the week coming up, to kind of sit down and kind of iron out something I can do in sort of like, 6 to 8 videos or something, kind of 3-4 hour sort of game that'll be of interest for the channel to pre-record and get that up ready to rock and roll while I am up. So don't expect, the channel won't be silent while I'm gone. There will be something going up over while I am away, so don't worry about that. All right, moving on to Twitch. Things have been a little on the quieter side on Twitch past couple of weeks. I have been taking a short break, which I think has been well earned after being pretty consistent on things for quite a while. The Ruffle Raffle has just finished as well as of last weekend, which is always a shame. It's always sad when the raffle comes to an end. We all enjoy it. Outbreak's a fantastic game. It's always great to get more people watching it, playing it, enjoying the title, and kind of seeing what it can be made of. And I do think, at the very least, from like a mechanical sense of how the raffle physically worked and the stipulations we had, I reckon this year's raffle has been the best we've ever had. It has bred a lot of fantastic runs, some really good games, some pretty close moments, and some just ridiculous stuff that we've tried. The no item box stipulation has been fascinating. Playing that and the complications that's thrown up. Obviously, a lot of these games have made their way onto the YouTube. I believe we've only got one game left to go onto the YouTube now, and that is the finale, the final game. We did Showdown 3. With 4 people, and we chose the 4 weakest characters, the characters with the least damage, and going for a 13 boss rush, seeing how we go. It was a fascinating run, actually. It was really, really interesting. So that is to go up probably early next week or so is the plan. But obviously, that's it for the raffle, and that is going to be it until September. It's very possible we might do like a one-off day of the raffle, maybe some point during like the summer or something. I'll kind of see how things go. But the raffle usually takes a good couple of months now because of the amount of games we end up doing, and everyone enjoys it. I'm not complaining at all or anything like that. Hell, my bank balance is not complaining at all. But, we've had a good run. It needs a few months off, so that is going to need to be the case. Now, seeing that the raffle is over, that means we can now start looking ahead to other things. And of course, we do have plenty of rewards still to be sorted out for Twitch that you guys earned over the course of the winter, September, October, that sort of thing. It's a bigger list than I was expecting. This is because, ultimately, I didn't expect all the conditions to get met at all. I did not think we would make the entire distance. But that's why we've got stipulation runs of like Silent Hill and Dino Crisis and Gaiden. But before all of that, we have other things to address first of all. Because of the amount of stuff I want to do, I'm going to look to start trying to do some double duty here, and certainly seeing if I can't get through some of this stuff over the course of the next 6 weeks before I go on my holiday. So, this is the plan. Starting next week, next Saturday, probably about 6 o'clock UK time, because I am doing some overtime on Saturday, we are going to be heading onto, for the first time for myself in quite some time, onto Resident Evil 2 Remake. We will be delving into the Remake Randomizer, courtesy of the one and only Mr. Ben Powell, who, of course, we have used his Remake 1 Randomizer multiple times over the course of the channel and the stream and over the course of the years, which has always been really fantastic. We are going to be giving his Remake Randomizer 2 a spin and seeing how this works, and hopefully it doesn't completely break. We'll see how we go. This is going to be my first time playing Resident Evil 2 since, I played obviously back in 2019 for the main series, and just as a quick aside, I know I say this every now and again, I still honestly believe that Resident Evil 2, to me, is the best, or at least one of the best series that I've ever recorded on this channel. I think in terms of the content of the series, the heart and soul that I put into it, and just trying to let the game breathe and let it immerse me and immerse the viewer, and just some of the crazy shit that ended up happening, and delving into this game immediately on the hardest difficulty, which was probably a poor decision, but I make a lot of those. But yeah, I still think one of the best series I've ever recorded. One of the most watched series on release I've ever recorded as well. And it always makes me happy to look back. I've watched back bits of it over the course of time, and I just think I did a fucking good job on that. Okay. Stealth stuff aside, let's move back onto business. So yes, we're going to be doing this from Saturday. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this. Probably a couple of streams or so, I would imagine. I don't know if the randomizer works for both A games and B games. I've never used it, so I can't particularly know. If it only works for the first runs, I might do a run of both of them. We'll see how we go, see how people enjoy it. But yeah, I've not played it since even my initial run, or when I went back to a year later, back in 2020, to do the alternate Leon A, Claire B runs, if you want to call it that, and we did that sort of things. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be pretty damn good. On top of that, going on to Sundays, which should be a lot more consistent, if anything else. It was a bit of a meme when I suggested it. It was a meme that kind of gave birth to it. But it actually might be a lot of fun. I'm kind of looking forward to it. And that is the world of Fortnite. We will be playing this game for the first time ever. I've never played a Battle Royale style game myself. Never have done. By the time they sort of started coming into a more popular context, I had already moved on into doing other bits and pieces. So I've never played anything like this before. And of course, as I said, the agreement is I will play this game until I win one game. And just one game. That is all I guarantee to play. Now, if it means the first game I play, I completely fluke it and I win instantly, I might just sit back and count my hard-earned dollars and say, yep, that was a good 30-minute stream. I might do a couple more games. We'll see how we go. Realistically, this is probably going to take a couple of streams to even attempt to get close to winning one of these, because it's not my style of game at all. I've got to work out so much shit, and a game like this has obviously evolved a lot over the course of time. It's gone from just a sort of standard battle royale game. Then there's all sorts of crazy shit that goes on the side as well. So there's a lot to try to pick up here. But I do reckon I'm going to quietly enjoy this. This deals for two reasons. First of all, it's pretty wacky. And it is something that I've never done before. So there's that kind of newness about it. And the second of it is that at the end of the day, I can be kind of competitive. This comes from, obviously, I played Dead by Daylight a little bit, so there's a bit of that, definitely, just solo running and just seeing how I can put myself in, the worst freaking spots imaginable. Fall Guys as well, there's a little bit of that. It's about as close to a Battle Royale style game I've ever played is Fall Guys. Not very good, I understand that, bits and pieces, but it does kind of it's always lived on me. There's a little bit of a competitive streak in me, and just trying to kind of push myself and, succeed against all odds. I mean, have you seen this channel for 10 years? That's all it's ever been. So that should be, I'm looking forward to it. I know there's quite a lot of people, especially on the Discord, are actually looking forward to me having a crack at this as well, which somewhat baffles me. To be fair, there's also certain people that are, to say they're not interested in me playing this would be probably an understatement. But, games like this are a little bit, you either like them or you don't. And they've never really come across my radar at all, but we'll see how we go. But I reckon I'm going to be kind of quietly enjoying this, and there's going to be some nervy times if I can get to Final 5, Final 3, and then the heat goes on. It's going to get a little nervy, and I think it should make some good content, so it should be interesting. Again, if I can do it in an hour, great! It might take me 5 streams. Who the hell knows? We'll see. Alright then, so that's going to be all for this update video. Again, didn't want to keep it too long, fairly short, fairly sharp, let you guys know what's going on. As always, I'm sure there's bits and pieces that I'll miss, so feel free to put the comments in the section below, and once YouTube decides to tell me that you've actually sent a comment, I will respond to it in earnest. Of course, otherwise, you can contact us as well on the Discord server in the description below. We've got Twitter as well. We've got all the links downstairs, so do go and check those out. But otherwise, Have yourselves the rest of a good weekend, and yeah. I don't know what the ending of this game's going to be like. It's going to be wacky. I'm pretty sure of that. But, you know, the combat's been so-so, except for this one fight, which is actually really entertaining. The plot and story, though, has been fascinating and really enjoyable. So we'll see how we go. Anyways, take care of yourselves. Have a good evening. I'll see you soon.